Hey, what's up guys? It's Dr. Adam. This week I'm going to keep it simple. This week I want to talk about anal glands. And anal glands are one of those things that I just assume everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say, hey, we're going to express the anal glands. Your dog may have an anal gland issue. The reality is not everybody knows what it is. So with that being said, the anal glands, those are sacs that sit at about 5 and 7 o'clock. So if you look at the anus, if you look at a clock, about 5 and 7 o'clock, there's two little openings right in there, and that's where these two little scent glands empty. Anatomically, the scent gland in a skunk is very similar to that of a dog. And the important difference is a skunk can voluntarily express theirs whenever they want, a dog can't. So what that means is the dog has to hope for when they defecate, their external muscles push against what should be a solid feces, and those glands should empty onto the feces. That's why dogs smell other dogs' feces. So what can happen is, being that we've domesticated dogs and we have different breeds of dogs, those anal glands can ultimately become a source of problem. One of them being smell. I mean, if anybody's ever smelled anal glands, it's an awful thing. And no, dogs can't voluntarily express theirs, but then we get really nervous, sometimes they can express. The biggest issue we see, though, is anal gland abscesses, where the gland doesn't empty like it should, and all that bacteria gets trapped in there and it creates an abscess. And like any abscess, when the pressure builds, it eventually wants to rupture and drain. So we see these in one or two forms. They either come in licking back there, scooting, and it's just red and painful, in which case we express it, or the anal gland actually abscesses and ruptures out. So the encouragement is, you don't necessarily have to regularly express these, but if your dog is chronically going to the vet and having issues, then something has to change. I mean, we shouldn't have to express the dog's anal glands every other week. So I would start to look at variables like diet. Are they having chronically loose stools? Allergies, variables like that. And if they truly keep having reoccurring abscesses and infections, then at that point I typically recommend just an anal sacculectomy, take the glands out. It's an elective surgery, so we want to exhaust all minimally invasive things first. But typically, if dogs have issues, I find the common variable is typically diet. And a lot of times they have a food allergy, and that food allergy can be linked with the anal gland issue. So long story short, they're scent glands. They really serve no function except scenting the feces. So they need them? No. But if they're not an issue, forget about it. If they are an issue, then think of some of those variables we just discussed, and hopefully that helps you out. All right, guys, take care.